Collective. Tap in, collective. We're going to pull some cards and see what channel messages are coming out for you guys. Welcome back to my channel. New and returning subscribers. TT here, your friendly psychic medium. Y'all know I do this for the girlies. Alright, Spirit, let's talk about this. What's going on? We're going to see what's coming up for the collective energy. And then what's coming towards your spirit. What messages? What are we talking about for today? Collective. Tap in. Tap in. Tap in. It's a little draft. There's like a cold chill. I've been drinking more alcohol in the past 5 days. Did you check on me? Did you look for me? Okay, so collective, y'all could be feeling like, you know, could be having epiphanies and reality checks right now that you're the only person that you can count on. You're quick to forgive other people, but other people are not at liberty to, aren't as quick to forgive you and learn. So you are always the bigger person in a lot of situations. That's what it's coming up as. You're the bigger person. You put the differences aside. You do what's best for the greater good. But there's no reward for that, is it? Nope. If that resonates with you. Alright, today's message. There may be something coming towards you that Spirit wants you to know about. So if you here for it, yeah, a lot to do with love. The wake-up call is for you to realize that you can only trust yourself. And some people are out here living out karma, serving karma. And as much as you may want to believe that there is a higher purpose and they don't have to serve that karma, and there's some type of, you know, big evil bad entity that is just torturing people, I do feel like there is an intelligence, there is an energy that is responsible for seeing the karmic, you know, the destined karmic experiences, right? The way things are going, whatever they're fated to experience is something that they have to master. Their charts would describe what they have to work on for themselves. It's about no one else but them. So here you are, with all this collective consciousness and this awareness about, you know, when you wake up and you realize, it's like, had I known this, I would have made a better decision. You know, had I known that, I would have done differently. We can say that shoulda, coulda, woulda all day, every day. The reality of it is, even if people were there to tell you, don't do this or don't do that, or even if you were well behaved and you listened to everything and it was supposed to guarantee you prevention in some type of capacity, life, okay, is going to teach you better than anything. Even if you feel like, oh, you failed, my parents failed me, they didn't teach me certain things, I had to figure it out on my own. That's because your parent is the creator, okay, of the consciousness you originate from. So you're getting a first-hand self-mastery. You're going to be one of the graduates of self-mastery. Only that's the type of journey or path that only the creator of all things would put their hands in. So whatever you're cooking up, whatever you're going through, understand that you are being taught by your parents, your divine mother and father. And it looks like right about now, the father energy is meant to teach you something. because the father energy doesn't extend out rewards for things that aren't earned, right? So the manifestation of someone's character is all they're going to go after. They're not going to sit there and imagine what your potential, what you could be. No, they're gonna discipline you accordingly. That's the father role. Ain't no, oh, I trust me, I'm gonna do it. No, it's, you gonna do it now. It's gonna manifest now, and then you will earn reward for that. There is no, oh, just trust me on a whim. That's whimsical. Okay, so there's something here about learning, and before you can have a soulmate of this type of caliber, like the relationship you have with your heavenly father, you have to understand that your heavenly father doesn't even trust your ass. And your heavenly father is not expecting your ass to be able to comfort it when it feels like it's having a bad day. So when you're having a bad day and you feel like no one's looking for you, welcome to parenting. Welcome to adulthood. Just like welcome to being a god or a goddess. No one's coming to check on you. No one's coming to look for you. And that's a tough pill to swallow, right? Nobody takes a second to think. Like, all day, every day, God is answering prayers, solving problems, doing this and doing that, and not doing this and not doing that, as a way to teach everybody, okay, to perform that role of the father. And nobody wants to hear the father is tired. Nobody wants to hear the father is worn out. I'm tired. That's too damn bad. And sometimes God will have your ancestors or people closest to you or familiar to you, closest in this realm, that you may want to receive that harsh reality from. But if you don't want to hear it from them and you saying, well, fuck my ancestors, I'm talking to the Heavenly Father. Well, the Heavenly Father says, let me tell you something. That's too damn bad. Collective gonna have to get up anyway and trust yourself. Yeah. Trust yourself. Trust your decision making skills. Okay. Use your discernment. Some lessons aren't meant to be learned. Some people aren't meant to be broken out of jail, out of their learning experience. They don't need you to deveil them. Some of them need to be veiled. And that's a harsh, the same creator that's a harsh thing to become aware of. So you mean to tell me you know someone has a wool over their eyes, or that they're veiled and they can't see the truth, and you're not going to remove it? Yeah, because a part of making hard decisions is giving a person what they need, not what you want them to have. And if you give somebody what you want them to have and they're not ready to receive it, they will squander it, they will misuse it, they will mistreat it. So you're pretty much saying you want to trust other people to take care of you to the extent that you take care of them, when they never showed you from the very beginning that they carried the capacity to do anything remotely close to what you do. So from the very beginning, you already know it's a no for me. It's a no, but you don't see no. You don't see no because you see things that, oh, that needs to be cleaned up, that needs to be fixed, that needs to be resolved, and you fixated on it so much to the point where you can't see no other resolution except this narrow motherfucking path. And there's more than one way to skin a cat. That's what I heard. So It's like when you stop wanting to fix things and you start trusting that it's already it's already doing what it's supposed to do at the pace in which it's meant to learn, then you will accept. You can't give up on this one though. You can't leave someone behind because you want what you want. Let's see. You want what you want. Collective messages. What's the collective? What's coming towards the collective? See what's coming towards the collective. You know how we was talking about the wheel and the wheel came out. Yeah, it's saying collective. You don't trust nobody because you have tried many times to make people aware of a pattern that you pick up on, but nobody else can see this pattern. You've seen the future. You've seen the world and the future where people are aware of their patterns and they are aware of, as well, on how to fix those patterns. And in some ways you have watched them just self-destruct, and in other ways you have watched them suffer knowing something, knowing something but still having to do the time, but being awake. That's a even worse hell. It's like they're saying, what a person does not know does not hurt them. And they just keep bringing it back to me where it's like, well, that's not fair. If a person doesn't know this, how can it not help them? When you're in the position where you are meant to protect the integrity of a group, a community, or whatever, you have to go with the majority. This would be equivalent to, dang, the best way I could describe it. Lexa, volume 2. The best way I could describe this would be how because I feel like I'm tapped into divine children, so I'm gonna keep reiterating a child's perspective versus a parent's perspective, right? As a parent, you want to protect the child, even from what they're exposed to, and so allowing them to believe that the parents that they're born with are their first heroes, the first person they look up to, the first person they idolize. It's like, here, I'm giving you my divine child. This is why parents work really hard not to argue in front of children or expose them to certain things, because it deveils them from whatever reality, whatever heaven, nirvana they were existing in. And that harsh reality disconnects them from the creator, their source. Y'all collective is coming up like rebels, like divine children that went rogue. That's what it's coming up as. Y'all coming up like divine children that went rogue, rebelled, like the prodigal child, or the, you went off on your own, separated from the pact. And you don't trust authority figures. And you don't trust them because they be knowing what's about to happen to you and determining. It's like you wanted to know, like, who's determining that this should be something that someone have to experience in order to evolve. I guess it's like Spirit is saying, I know my child. If I know my child is 2 parts this and 2 parts that, and I created them and I gave them a lot of this, a little bit of that, then I'm going to also be able to predict how they're going to respond to certain life experiences. So it's like Spirit is saying, learning and forgiving reverse. You can count on someone not learning from a mistake and doing something over and over and over again, insanely, anytime they don't choose it for themselves. Right? You know how you can make a child clean their room and do what's right? You can open it, and then they'll do it to appease you or to tolerate you. But then the moment they get free and they're an adult, you were like, this is not how I raised you. I showed you better. I lived every day of my life showing you better. So you can learn. And they just didn't want to learn from you. So, in so many words, they went along with whatever you wanted because you were in control. It's like they coming back to you wanting, like, there's this constant desire to come back to you because, like, you are technically the God that devalued them, or that they did something wrong to. They offended you. They didn't treat you right. They broke your trust. And so they keep coming back. So God is making you aware that you have usurped your own karmic will based off of the things, the injustice that you felt that was done to you by other people. So you're taking a page out of the Creator's book, and the Creator's making you aware, like, hey, listen, you could do this technically because you are a divine child. But don't feel bad when they break your trust again, because you knew you couldn't trust them to begin with. Just like God keeps forgiving you, but God knew that God couldn't trust you from the beginning. So it's kind of like saying, since you are a god or a goddess, and since you are taking that role and you are devailing people, then yeah, whatever happens to you as a casualty in those situations, it is because you didn't want to trust the process. You wanted to do it your way. You wanted to go and rescue someone that wasn't ready. Okay. You wanted to go and fix something that wasn't aware that it was broken. So of course, naturally, that energy is going to be upset that you made it aware that it was broken, because now it feels like it can only be fixed through you. And just the same way as you have a scorn relationship with God and authority figures, now the person you love got a scorn relationship with you, because it's like, the fuck. So what's coming is what naturally happens when you take someone else's free will away from them. Their soul came knowing that they was going to serve some time. That was their free will choice when they incarnated. And then you saw them living a certain life, and you said to yourself, this is not fair. Did you know that you don't have to be doing what you're doing? And so making you proud after you gave them a way out when they had nothing, nowhere else to go and nothing else to turn to, they don't want to give you a reason to be upset at them because they don't want no bad blood with you. But they don't like that you don't trust them either. And the reason why you don't trust them is because when you met them, you knew you couldn't. So it's like this person feels like they are making up for shit with you that they haven't even done. Whether it's constantly reassuring you or you constantly is thinking the worst. Yeah, this is like, so be honest. The karma isn't going to be for the person that you woke up or tried to fix doing you wrong. The karma is going to always be for you because you knew better. You see what I'm saying? That's like two people walking to the store. One person doesn't know that that the store is going to be robbed, but the other person knew that the store was going to be robbed, when it was going to be robbed, and how many people was going to be robbing the place. And they had all the details. So as they walking on their path and they get to the point of their store and they at the register and shit is getting robbed, the person that is going along is trusting you, trusting the person that, hey, said come walk with me to the corner store. Then they get to the corner store and some shit pop off. The person that didn't know any better saw it as an opportunity to get some snacks or something that they want from the corner store. So they ain't see nothing wrong. They was just following the fucking leader. So now you're in a leader position and they just following you. And you over there putting someone that has a history of stealing stuff from the store, maybe in the past they used to, you putting them in the environment where they see an opportunity where they can low-key get away with some shit, you know. And then you like, why the fuck would you do that? Why would you take something from the store? It's being robbed. The real question is, why the fuck you took this person to the store knowing it was being robbed? Oh my god. The karma gonna be for the person that knew better. You knew better. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You knew it was a bad investment the moment that you was walking to the corner store. The moment that you decided to offer something. Oh, I can make this work. You were already co-creating with the universe to create a series of events that require you to be the head of household, that require you to be the sole proprietor, that requires you to do it all, to see the seed into its full gestation, into its full maturity. And you already knew that in order to rake that crop, it was always going to be man, yeah, this is taking long for this crop to manifest. There's an easier way to do it. They were already gonna not invest. They were already gonna jump on the next easy target. Because all you taught this person, the awareness that they were able to snag you, and you weren't on their level, only told them that they can continue duplicating this process and snag them another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Somebody gonna drop a golden egg. Or I'm going to be able to take that little bit and flip it and multiply it. Now you know how God feel. When they eat of the bread, they use that wisdom and they use it as intelligence to just make themselves find ways to get more with less work. less time, less energy. Efficiency. So I was like, don't hate the play at the game, because at the end of the day, this is just, it's about efficiency. And collective, y'all divine children that came here that have this type of, you taught them efficiency. It's more efficient. What you didn't calculate was you being able to know every time this person is thinking about crossing you, or maybe they haven't even done it yet. So now you know every time this person is thinking about crossing you. And as a way to prevent their choices and control them, you're going to leverage something that they want. Or you want this is a shiny object, this is some type of goal you aspire to have. Well, I'm going to make you indirectly and passively aware that you ain't going to get none of that shit if you go through with anything if you break my trust, if you do anything that I don't want you to do. So now it's like being an immature God, you know. God's sitting there like, damn, how would you like it if I did that to you? You never listen to me. So it seems like the tapes are being reviewed. Someone here is, they're like a scratch cassette tape. Eventually they will self-destruct, but someone is saying to you, you know this person has self-destructive tendencies or patterns, so you are remaining in this space where you're like the peg. When this person wants to spiral in a negative cycle, you become like, hey, look at this. You don't want to spiral, do you? You turn into the devil. Okay, hey, you don't want to, let me deveil this for you. You don't want to mess this up, because look what you will lose. Power of suggestion. So you use your persuasion, you use the harsh reality of what could potentially happen in the event they do not, in the event that they don't learn, And the reality of it is, because you're in control of the will, they don't learn. You're just delaying the inevitable. So it's like falling in love with an NPC player and then trying to convince the NPC character not to do what it's coded to do. It's doing what it's exactly coded to do. It's coded to be it's coded past, present, and future to be the ruin of something. So people like you that are attracted to it will have a transformation. So it's like the creator that created you, knew you was rogue, knew you was rebel, knew you was going to run into this motherfucker, and then, you know, created this person with just the right ingredients that would never give you what you want, but always keep you on the precipice of believing that you would, and therefore the cycle continue to loop. Now that's the equivalent to hell, right? Doing things doing things the same way, I think, expecting different results. So it's like you can't even be mad at the person that's designed to self-destruct you, because that's what they were created to do. You have to get mad at yourself. You're going to be mad at anyone for thinking that you could outsmart the program. This is about you realizing that whatever it is that you wanted was never broken. If they were a villain, they were a villain by design. If they were destructive, they were destructive by design. If they didn't give a fuck about nothing and they made choices, bad choices, they was that way by design. But that don't make you feel safe, like you can trust them. Then that means the kitchen is hot. That means The reality, the world that this person was built for is not a place for someone like you. But it's just like you're attracted to trouble. You're attracted to trouble. You like trouble. Oh man, toots. Somebody's being given an ultimatum here. That's what's coming. Someone is being given an ultimatum. And they're saying to themselves, I know you're going to betray me. When I find out that you betrayed me, you're going to lose everything you had, and no one's going to do for you what I did for you. No one's going to invest in you the way I invested in you. No one's going to love you the way I have loved you. Someone considers the investment, they're in their masculine energy. If you're a feminine energy doing this, you're in your masculine. If you're a female, you're in your masculine energy for sure. Well, I'm going to say you in your God energy. You're co-creating with the universe. You know how to plant a seed for better or for worse. But right now, because you're dealing with somebody that never learns, and they never forgive, and they have a one-sided perspective, you're leveraging the heart's desires of someone, and there's nothing else on the other end of it. So you pretty much placed yourself on the other end of that seesaw. So when you get up, it'll kind of like drop this person rock bottom, because you removed your weight, your portion. Now you're saying someone won't be able to afford something without you, and they'll come back begging. Star 69 and star 67, star 69, whatever they use to, you know. It's like, oh, you'll be back. When you hit rock bottom, just be careful with me. You're going to pay. You're going to suffer. You're going to pay me in tears. No one going to want you after this, because you did too much. It's like you don't want to just discard this person. You want no one else to also want this person. The only way they can heal is through me. They gotta go through me. The only way to get this shit removed, they gotta go through me. Now, collective, y'all know, if this ain't you, and this is some type of karmic that somebody deals with, the question is, if you believe this person is broken, if you believe someone is broken by an ex, if you believe that someone is broken because they aren't where they want to be in life, because someone did a number on them, then baby, that's you. Because it looks like a higher power is saying, baby, this person ain't broken. They are exactly what I created them to be. I created them to be self-centered, selfish. I created them to be to barely have a pot to piss in, but swear and believe and have so much faith of a mustard seed that it's going to manifest, whether it's a person, a thing, a place, it will manifest. And so if that belief that they have is in a God or a deity or whatever they believe in, or they could believe in themselves, it could be someone that say they God, then at the end of the day, no matter what goes down between you and this person, this is someone that is, they don't see nothing wrong with being used, because they are using you. They like, you better get yours, because I'm definitely getting mine. Like, you better get yours while it lasts, because I am definitely getting mine. I'm useful, but I'm damn sure making sure you are too. So it's saying what's coming is the karma, the lesson, that the purpose of introspection. It's only going to be for the person that believes in nothing. Their faith is shakeable. Seems like y'all are really similar, and I'm saying, like, you aren't the only one. I feel like this type of soul here, they meet a lot of people, they use a lot of people, but they use them sparingly, right? I'm gonna use you, and at least, you know, once you wake up, you can get out of it. But it's gonna always be a catalyst. They're gonna always be a catalyst, an opportunity for you to see the truth about yourself. Meanwhile, you're trying to get this person to see the truth about them and their flaws. They ain't flawed. They own it. They're authentic about it, and that's why the universe is acknowledging and recognizing this person as not being broken. They don't need you to fix them. They aren't a sad, hopeless case. They like it down here. They like it down here. They like hell. Why are you trying to take them out of something that they like? Because you see them as some poor, unfortunate soul that was betrayed and hurt and wasn't loved properly. That's why they behave this way. No, you're trying to psychoanalyze someone that's programmed by design to humble the collective, or to make the collective to be a catalyst in the collective's life. You know, I always say, what if in Beauty and the Beast, right? What if when the witch came to the door and asked for shelter, and the king turned her away because he had that ego, right? And she cursed him. What if he was in that damn castle for so long waiting for true love, because the damn witch was going to eventually die and reincarnate, and when she reincarnate, it would be the very witch he didn't let in the house that he would be letting into the house, that would teach him a lesson from the inside out. This is what this is saying, that this is lifetimes after lifetimes. This has something to do with reincarnated. This is unfinished business from a past life, but the past life is not here, because in this lifetime In this lifetime, like y'all keep it's like saying, how can I say it? What if in every lifetime it felt familiar to it felt like a strong emotion is generated every time. Let's say every time the beast rejects the witch. It's like he has a moment where it's one choice that could change everything. And then that choice is an opportunity that he can't see. And so his pride wants him to turn it away. And he keeps turning it away. Because he's struggling. He's struggling to see past his own shit and his own self-misery, self-loathing, to have some humility. This is about humility, humbling humility, introspection. And what if lifetime after lifetime it kept manifesting the same way? A knock on the door. And he kept saying, get out, get out, get out. No, you can't come in. It's cold outside. And since somebody ain't going to invite you in, but if it started off as a curse, it's always still a curse. So the only way to break the curse would be to do things differently than the time before. So this time around, why I feel like it's a puzzle I can't figure out. The curse was about him learning something. But technically, the curse was only broken because he accepted Belle. Belle was like the reincarnate of that damn witch. I'm so serious. Someone knows that you're the reincarnation of something, of some type of past life love, but they can't bring themselves to seize this opportunity, and so they're like staying away, and it's creating an opportunity for someone that ain't put in the work. It's like, think of this like Gaston. That would be equivalent to Gaston coming like, hey, such and such don't know what they want, I know what I want. Because it looks like Gaston knows more about your life or your past life than anything, because they keeping up with your shit. It's a lot going on here. But the crazy part about it is if you take the offer of someone else, it would still remain karmic, because they would feel like they weren't your first, like they're a disappointment, like they weren't your first choice, and they weren't who you wanted. This is deep, deeper than I wanted to go for a Tuesday. All I know is there's a I think it's called NPC. There's a is a non-active player that is literally programmed by design to not only offer you an offer, but to finish your ass if you accept this offer. Talk about chastisement. What in the family dysfunction is going on? They gonna make sure you so unrecognizable. Nobody would want to talk to you. It's that fatal love attraction. Yeah, turn you into a worker. Someone is considering getting back with you just to fuck around, just to mess, just to meddle in your love life. And that safety, even though it's like the love ain't there, the safety of that connection will make you stay in it. And then like every time you tell them like, hey, I'm not happy, I want this, can we do this together, can we spend quality time together, it's like, bitch, do you not see me working? I got work to do. I got more important things to do. Just dismiss your ass like nothing. Man, you want this person to fight. You want this person to fight for you. Fight for the love. This time around, you would be so awake. You wouldn't be like under a spell or an illusion, because the spell will never work on you again. Because the spell only works on a pure heart, untampered with. And so you would be well aware of everything that's happening behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, around the scenes, but you won't be able to get out of it. So it's like hell while awake. And then you would like detach, just for someone to feel like, damn, I hate that this has happened to you. You know, go to that damn reunion, family reunion, and someone's like, I remember when everybody would fight just to talk to someone like you. Everybody would just fight, you know, compete, just to even have 2 minutes of your time. Now look at you. So one thing this to teach you is how to love yourself. This person is here to teach you how to have self-love. What good is a life if you lose yourself? This is about you, collective. Whoever this message is for, this is about you. Your potential is your potential. Your divinity is your divinity. Taking your power back, all this, you taking your power back and you being selfish is the page to take out of someone else's book. But it was never their book. You just wanted them to believe in you, so you gave them, you pillow talked and you told them everything. You were gonna do this and you're gonna love that and then we're gonna create this, and they grinned and bared and smirked in your face, and something inside was festering. A symptom to knowing that someone is fixing you is hatred. So they're going to always want you to be beneath them. This goes back lifetimes. Imagine if the beast chose Belle and then one day he realized that Belle was actually the reincarnation of the witch that cursed him to begin with. You think he gonna want to be Belle's friend after that? They didn't do part 2. Part 2 would be about, bitch, you tricked me, you got me in this house, you trapped me. Hey, Hey, I bet the beast would trip out. You, fuck you. This was your plan all along. You just want to take off. He would die early from stress. Oh, my Lanta. Because in order to see potential in someone, that means you had to observe them. And observing a person means that you saw qualities that could be useful in your arsenal, which puts you in a superior position. Nah. Ain't none of that over here. They took your ass down. I gotta go. Love y'all. Bye.